Now I want to show you a quick little cool down that we use after all our sports. Again, this could be a cool down done for any sport at any age. At OneMileRunner.com, we really focus on athletes 30 and over because injury prevention is such a big thing for athletes as we get older. This could also be used for any sports program that you have with your youth as well. And what we want to do is we want to take our basic moves that we had in our warm-up and use them in our cool down. And in the cool down, what we do is this is where we do try to elongate our muscles and hold things longer. So I elongate in the cool down, where in the warm-up I was mobilizing and getting things moving. Very different areas. There are people that feel like you should elongate at the beginning and at the end. I feel you should elongate at the end and warm up and mobilize at the beginning. You also notice that all my things that I do are against gravity. I'm not on the ground, laying down, or shutting off my muscles as I am on a mat or lay down. These are all things against gravity, which causes your muscles to work more on the warm-up, but also in the cool down. It helps us really take away this lactic acid that we built up during our exercise. Our first exercise, we're going to go to the lunges first. And we're going to take the lunge matrix that we learned in the warm-up, and we're just going to hold it longer. And when we do this, we're going to now try to extend the time that we hold our lunges. And sometimes I do this also with a 1, 2, or 3 pound weight in more intermediate, because it actually helps you get into that position of holding that elongation a little bit longer. I'm actually going to have my wife Sekian come in at one point and show you how a partner, maybe someone that you're working out with, can come over and help you get into a little bit of a position that helps you out that with elongation as well. So as I go over the steps again, I'll name the numbers. Remember, this is number 1, and I come up, I'm going to do extension, and I'm going to hold. 1, 2. It's usually about 2 breaths you want to hold. 1, 2. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then flexion. Get out. On this one, I really try to come out, reach the ground, and touch the ground, make that longer. Hold it out there. Elongate those muscles. As you've done your whole practice, done your entire workout. 3, 4, 5. Reach out over your foot to the side. Elongate. Stretch it out. This is all about elongation. And the whole time I elongate, 7, I'm keeping my back at neutral. I never want to be shortening and putting any pressure on my discs. 9. And this is 10. Still using those 10 different directions that we want to use our muscles. Muscles are 3-dimensional. So that's why on our next stretching, we're going to do some 3D exercises. But even here, we're going in all these different directions. I'm going to have my wife come in second now and hold me just for a moment in my rotation now. So when I come out, stretch over here, I'm going to rotate to the right leg. Just a little bit of a turn like that helps me get stretched out even more. So in some of your group stuff, you can have your partner come out. Just a little bit of a turn, not very much. Helps us hold that position a little bit longer and get deeper into our cool down. 4, 5, 6. And I really feel these the most in rotation and in side bending, which I'll show you next. A little partner help, or the weights in your hands, little tiny weights, help us get into this elongation even more. It's a great way to end the workout in the cool down. And the next one I want second to help me with is in my side bending. Remember, the hand goes down to the knee that's bent. Come down, she just takes it and rotates. That's it. Helps me into that spot a little bit more. This is 4, reverse lunge. 5 to the side. 6 to the side. Make sure that base leg stays straight. On 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9. This is where your base leg straight again. Toes pointing forward. Otherwise, you lose the hip stretch. And this is 10. You come back up, and that's the lunge matrix, where I use 40 lunges as a cool down in elongated position. The next I'm going to show you is a 3D stretch using a lunge and all the different directions that my arms can move. And this is, again, against gravity. This is a fantastic stretch at the end, but it's a good basic movement that we want to learn because we can do this in a three-dimensional fashion. Again, I'm against gravity and my back stays in neutral. So I'm going to go into a lunge, a forward lunge like number 1. I'm going to reach out way in front of my foot, extend back as far as I can go back, holding that lunge, side bend over here, and take your hands, interlock your fingers, rotate, and rotate. And come back up. And we can do this off the left foot. This would be lunge number 2. So I go left foot, forward lunge, touch the ground in front of your foot, come on up in a big arcing fashion, stretch it back for extension, side bending from there. I can feel this in my oblique on my side, side bending, interlock the fingers, rotation, bring it around a big arc, rotation, all against gravity. Next one I do is go off a lateral lunge, where I'm going to allow, this is like a 5 lunge, legs stay straight on number 5, 3D, touch the side, arc it up, side bend, interlock the fingers, rotation, rotation. Notice the whole time my lunge never moved as I stretched out, elongate my adductors. 6 lunge, legs straight off the base, arc it up, side bend, rotation, and rotation. Let the left hand really pull that right arm back. I come back up in a 3D. Those are some basic moves for our cool down, using our lunges, using gravity, keeping your back as neutral. And we'll add to that in our intermediate and advanced videos.